Mirror, staring at my body, or at least what I've convinced myself is my body, despite what this world tells me each time I leave home when I'm dressed like this. There's joy in my reflection, at least there is for now. But too many nights have begun like this and ended with my own skin feeling like a foreign thing. But tonight, I've worn clothes that allow this body to spill like communion, a holy prayer to my own divine being. So I whisper to the girl in the mirror that it will be okay. That tonight, no matter how this honey brown skin looks, I will avoid the sting of bees. That even if I look good enough to eat, no man will make meal of this flesh. And in that moment, I know myself to be a liar. That a woman claiming her body as her own has never been enough to keep catcalls from echoing in the hollows of her broken body. They tell me that when it happens, I'm just to smile. Be kind as if I'd rather not just be left alone. We women, we are taught that it is lucky to have the attention of wolves who have wrapped themselves in the skin of boys. Those who speak themselves invited into homes whose doors have been sealed shut so they break bones like windows. They climb inside saying if the curtains had been draped a little different, they would never have entered. See, I remember the first time I learned my body would always be at fault. That when my skin stretched into breasts and hips, I lost the right to translate the language my body spoke as it stepped into the night. How I learned too many men know not the difference between appreciation and expectation. How a hello so quickly turns into a fuck you bitch, you weren't that pretty anyway. How a short walk home becomes a race to stay alive and whole. How a body like this is built on a foundation of invitation and warmth, but now it is a prison. Myself, the constant jailer, unsure which key will unlock my own humanity. See, it starts off the same way that it always does. With the woman's body being blamed for simply being, with our choices being stolen from us, we are taught to send the search party to look all over every inch of our own selves for blame, forced to twist our tongues into apologies, wrap ourselves in guilt until it chokes back our breath. And I remember when it all began. When the school building transformed from hallways into battlegrounds, when the boys became rifles, we girls were forced to become unsuspecting targets, realized that the battlefield was littered with the bones of women who tried to fight a war they were drafted into behind their backs, lines drawn, sides chosen, when she refuses, it invites violence in any language that she speaks. But did you know, in every tongue that is known to mankind, no is both a word and also a complete sentence. It does not invite explanation or require reasoning, only your acceptance, the recognition of the one naming the rights to exist outside of your own expectations. How holy are we who sing this gospel of self, demand a chorus of amen in return. Those who have claimed our bodies as Bibles and have written scriptures of no beneath our skin. Those whose tongues are blessed with mouthful of psalms, always singing the hymnal of no like the most holy prayer, blinding in its brilliance, godly in its simplicity. See, it always begins how it always does. But one day, I pray that we rewrite the ending so that a girl can leave home wearing what she wants and return whole, still owning each part of herself that she was birthed with, still breathing, still being, still smiling.
Amen.